All NGW wrestlers are highly trained professional athletes. Please do not attempt anything that you see in this show at home.
An opportunity at the Undisputed Championship awaits the winner of NGW's biggest match of the year. This is the Destiny Rumble. And we are starting things out with the man who has drawn number one.
Ladies and gentlemen, accompanied by Roxy and Sing, the unique McCluskey.
Dave Bradshaw here at ringside with former British heavyweight champion Alex Shane. And Alex, the worst possible draw for Jake McCluskey.
Well, the worst possible draw for Jake McCluskey, but let's not forget that RJ Singh's plan has come to fruition, as we found out last week that Jake McCluskey is one of three of his assets entering the Destiny Rumble. The odds of RJ Singh leaving here with the new number one contender signed to an assets contract are incredibly high.
Well, high odds or not, McCluskey is going to have to put in a hell of a performance to win this match from this position.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us all find out who has number two.
Who's McCluskey's opponent? Oh my! The Mexican sensation is in at number two.
Well, Ligero was one of McCluskey's opponents in our first Gen X match of this season, and that was an incredible match that ended in a 10-minute Gen X time limit draw. The time limit for this match, Dave, is unlimited. The only way to be eliminated is to be thrown over the top rope and for both feet to touch the floor. With new entrants coming in at regular intervals, it really is the biggest match of the year on the NGW calendar. And as you said at the top of the broadcast, Dave, a number one contender's guaranteed shot at the New Generation Wrestling Undisputed Championships, hanging the balance for the last man standing at the end of this contest.
Stakes could hardly be higher. The rules you just described, Alex, are exactly why we say that it's a very tough luck of the draw here for Jake McCluskey and El Ligero. They have drawn number one and number two, which means they will have to be in there for far longer than any of the other 18 men in this match if they're going to survive until the end and claim that number one contendership.
They're in for a long night, Dave, and what makes it even more difficult is, of course, McCluskey and Ligero are now fully in their training for the Gen X League, the fastest division in professional wrestling, a strict 10-minute time limit. So for that, it's all about very fast offense, high flying, keep it quick. And with this, as you said, Dave, they could go literally all night long.
Yeah, that's a great point. The conditioning required for that Gen X League entirely different. That's kind of a sprint compared to this being a marathon here in this Rumble match for Ligero and McCluskey. And McCluskey, quite wisely, if somewhat cowardly, has taken his time getting in there.
Well, interestingly, you know, we mentioned for when the bell rings in the Gen X, it's all action. Jake McCluskey heard the bell go, and he's ejected himself from this match already. I say ejected, Dave, not eliminated, because even though he's gone to the outside, he didn't go over the top with both feet touching the floor.
Now as McCluskey gets back in and then straight back out, playing some mind games here with El Ligero. What I find interesting is that McCluskey is out here without RJ Singh, but he is out here though with Roxy.
Yeah, and Roxy, I mean, one of RJ Singh's assets, and you can tell that McCluskey is plotting something, because this distraction could be bad for the Mexican sensation.
Well, Ligero needs to be careful. Ligero got caught, but instead he turned round and hit McCluskey in the face.
Ligero was too smart for that, and perhaps McCluskey was stalling because he knows that one other asset is just around the corner. Because as soon as that 10-second countdown clock appears on your screen, the next entrant is on his way to the ring.
Pace picking up here between McCluskey and Ligero. Ligero with that spinning kick right into the abdomen of McCluskey. And the reason, Alex, I was saying it's interesting that Singh is not out here is exactly for the reasons you described. He's obviously gone back to the locker room area to coach his other two assets who are going to make an appearance here later on.
Well, Mark Labbett tried everything he could to make sure that there was no unfair advantages, but lawfully in NGW, Cayden Lay and Alex Gracie qualified last week by beating Team Sport. Another faction we should mention, and some big twists here as you check out this action on our replay from Jake McCluskey. is that after what we saw at the conclusion of Joseph Connors and Matt Myers' championship match, whoa.
Ligero nearly went. McCluskey trying to eliminate El Ligero, who's having to fight his way back from the ring apron. Ligero's still in trouble until he gets back in the ring, which finally he does.
I was going to say, Joseph Connors, as the countdown clock is underway, has been banned from this match, but the rest of his faction are in it. This is going to be an interesting Destiny Rumble, as we're about to find out the next entrant.
Well, that's the music of Robbie X, another member of the Gen X League, and a man who in just 1 week's time, Alex, has a Gen X match against none other than the aerial assassin Will Ospreay.
Entrant number 3, Robbie X.
Well, you're exactly right, Dave. You could argue that this week and next week are the two biggest weeks of Robbie X's career. The match against Will Ospreay will be an incredible test, but right here, right now, Robbie X has a shot at NGW Destiny. Oh, he hits the ropes, Dave, and look, X Express, and he gets him.
He hit it as well. McCluskey taken out by the X Express and the running shooting star.
Well, Robbie X is prepared for Will Ospreay, the aerial assassin, next week, but right now he cannot turn his back on El Ligero because it's friend versus friend, foe versus foe in the New Generation Wrestling Destiny Rumble.
These two know each other so very well. You see them countering and dodging each other. Head scissor takedown from Robbie X, both men clotheslining. God, these two are so equally matched.
Both men, and look at McCluskey now, charges down in a double clothesline, takes down Robbie X and Ligero. That's what I was saying, Dave, you cannot turn your back. And look at this replay, Robbie X with that incredible entrance, the X Express, handspring ace crusher into an incredible standing shooting star press. Robbie X is electric.
Robbie X can hit you from absolutely nowhere with that X Express, as McCluskey just found out. But McCluskey, to his credit, you have to say, has regained control of this one.
McCluskey has been in the wrestling business for 10 years. This guy is a rugged yet young veteran, incredible in the ring, and right now I'm very impressed by Jake McCluskey. He's managed to turn this situation completely around, and that's what happens when you're under the tutelage of a 15-year veteran like RJ Singh.
McCluskey definitely has the power advantage of the three men in there, and he is exerting that power, throwing both of his opponents around like rag dolls, and he takes a run up and a forearm into the face of El Ligero.
And he's calling for one more on Robbie X as he charges in, and XL blocks it. Boots to the face. Robbie X up to the top rope, a place he's most dangerous, and
He's gone!
Oh, wow!
Robbie X is gone! He went to the top rope, a mistake by Robbie X, and McCluskey took advantage as we await the arrival of entrant number 4.
Who's it going to be? It's Liam Slater!
Liam Slater has been making headlines here in NGW after finally breaking himself out of the spell of Joseph Connors.
Well, it was an incredible conclusion to Myers v Connors, and now Liam Slater, finally free of Joseph Connors, makes his way into the Hull City Hall.
Well, Liam Slater with a sparkle back in his eyes since he's been able to free himself from the clutches of Joseph Connors, but he's going to find himself face to face with Ligero.
Robbie X has been eliminated.
Well, as Robbie X is eliminated, this is interesting because don't forget, Slater and Ligero were tag team partners, and this is the first time they've been in the ring since Joseph Connors demanded that Slater pull off the mask of Ligero. And Jake McCluskey breaks down an interesting reunion.
Slater trying to take the fight to McCluskey, a handstand, sees him avoid his opponent. Slater will take a run up again, and Slater, with that throw, takes McCluskey down.
On a high cross body by Liam Slater, and it's great to see him back sporting the green of NGW and the NGW Academy where he's from. He has a shot at Destiny, and right now Jake McCluskey is feeling a revitalised, energised Liam Slater.
Slater has come out here all guns blazing, and it looks like he is renewing that alliance with El Ligero. Big boot into the chest. Ligero and Slater doing a number here on McCluskey. McCluskey thought he would have the numbers advantage in this match with those other members of the Assets. As you see again here, happier times for McCluskey just a couple of moments ago as he was able to eliminate Robbie X.
Our first elimination, Dave. And now we're seeing exactly how the odds can swing like a pendulum in the Destiny Rumble, because right now Jake McCluskey, who has two other members of RJ's faction in this match, is actually at a 2-on-1 disadvantage.
Well, you've heard that old adage, every man for himself in a Rumble match, and that's a little bit true here for El Ligero and Liam Slater. They are teaming up very effectively against Jake McCluskey for now, but they've got to keep an eye on each other here.
Oh, that countdown clock already back on, and this is moving fast, fast, fast as the Destiny Rumble, as we're about to find out who's next to enter. Oh, it's Bubblegum.
And that means that Jake McCluskey's day just got a whole lot worse.
Entrant number 5, Bubblegum.
Oh, look at Bubblegum straight from McCluskey, and now it's gone from a 2-on-1 to a 3-on-1 against McCluskey. Look at Bubblegum go. Don't forget that Jake McCluskey is being held responsible as one of the men who attacked his girlfriend Chardonnay when RJ Singh's assets first arrived on the scene here. And and Bubblegum's gone for Slater. Wow.
Bubblegum has just come out here like a ball of rage here, mostly aimed at McCluskey, but Slater and Ligero are getting some of it as well.
Well, Bubblegum has never been a fan favourite. In fact, he's one of the most despised men in all of NGW. But right now, that animosity for Jake McCluskey has taken all of his focus.
It has, but he needs to be careful that it doesn't take all of its focus at the expense of paying attention to the other men in the match. At the moment, he's doing a good job of also paying attention to Slater and Ligero. He's going to have to do that consistently and for a very long time if he's going to win here.
We're going to have to take a very short break, but don't go anywhere because the Destiny Rumble continues.
All NGW wrestlers are highly trained professional athletes. Please do not attempt anything that you see in this show at home.
Destiny Rumble here in progress as out comes entrant number 6.
The Welsh Warrior, Cayden Lay.
And this is great news for Jake McCluskey. Just when he needed help, another one of RJ Singh's assets, and what an asset, Cayden Lay.
Well, Cayden Lay, the biggest man in this match so far, and look at the power and strength of the big Welshman as he picks up Liam Slater like he was a paperweight. And look at Bubblegum fighting back.
Bubblegum with a kick right into the face of the big man, trying to chop down that huge tree, and Bubblegum attempting to hook the arms, but Cayden Lay has Bubblegum in a very precarious position. Look at that power slam from Cayden Lay.
It's the move that he won with last week to get him and Alex Gracie into the Destiny Rumble, and it may just spell the end for Bubblegum. He's up and he's out, Dave. He's out.
Bubblegum has been eliminated.
After that power slam from Cayden Lay, Jake McCluskey was able to just really pick at the scraps there and throw Bubblegum over the top rope.
And now the pendulum is swung back in the other direction because it's McCluskey and Cayden Lay who have the advantage. I mean, this is not looking good for Slater and El Ligero. Talk about payback.
Cayden Lay is so much bigger than everyone else in that match that him and McCluskey have been really able to press the advantage, and it looks like they're going to focus on Ligero, but there is another entrant on the way.
Dave, it's the first member of Joseph Connor's faction. Connors has been banned from the Destiny Rumble, but his followers have not. Look, it's Cyanide, Dave.
Entrant number 7, Cyanide.
Alex, a few moments ago you said Cayden Lay is the biggest man in the match. Well, that didn't last long, because here's an even bigger one. Cyanide is an absolute mountain of a man.
And Dave, he is not taking his eyes off Liam Slater. Look at this. He has been given direct orders, you can believe, from Joseph Connors to make Liam Slater pay, and pay big for exactly what he did just a couple of weeks ago by costing Connors his shot at the NGW title.
That's right, Connors has gone from being moments away potentially from becoming the champion to not even being eligible in this Destiny Rumble to become the new number 1 contender. So you're quite right that Connors, and therefore his disciples here, have revenge on their mind.
Look at that. Jake McCluskey just got pushed out the way by Cyanide, and now Cayden Lay has stood up to him. I tell you what, if you saw Cayden Lay in the street, he'd be the biggest guy that you saw that week. If you passed Cyanide, he'd be the biggest guy that you saw all year. These two men are huge, and they are toe-to-toe in the Destiny Rumble.
Yeah, what a face-off between these two behemoths. Who is going to give first as these two exchange strikes? It's the land of the giants right now in the Destiny Rumble.
Look at this, look at the force, look at the impact of these two monsters trading forearms right here, and this Destiny Rumble has ground to a halt.
Cyanide has taken advantage here now, a clubbing blow right between the shoulder blades. Cayden Lay though, barely flinching as he fights back.
And I'll tell you what, if Cyanide wins this one, you have to believe that Joseph Connors will take that guaranteed #1 contender shot straight from him and go after Matt Myers once again.
Cayden Lay is wobbling. Cyanide was in control, but Lay fighting back both of these men, exerting a superhuman amount of energy in their efforts to take down the other.
Cayden Lay's almost out of there, Dave.
Lay is holding on for all he's worth. Cyanide trying to just push that leg over the top. What a coup it would be for Cyanide if he could eliminate Lay, but here comes another man, and it's another asset. It's Alex Gracie.
Dave, the timing of this is perfect because Cayden Lay's almost out, and Gracie.
Gracie straight on top of Cyanide. McCluskey teaming up with him, and you're right, that has saved Cayden Lay. Look at this 3-on-1 assault now on the big man Cyanide.
And look at this, all three teaming up, giving everything they've got, and it looks like Ligero and Slater, are they going to help? 5-on-1, 5-on-1. Can Cyanide be eliminated, Dave? And the big man's out.
Unbelievable.
Has been eliminated.
Cyanide taken out. It took all three assets, and plus an alliance with Slater and Ligero, but that alliance doesn't last long. Look at this now. The assets attack again.
And the worm has turned yet again, Dave, and Slater and Ligero are in a whole world of trouble. Those three assets are chipping away at the men that they see as the main threats for their chance at NGW Gold. And right now, Ligero in particular is in a world of trouble.
Here we see again the moment where the biggest man in the match, Cyanide, was eliminated. It took 5 men to do it, but it has been done, and that significantly opens the field of potential winners of this match.
And they are just picking the bones of El Ligero. And look, it's that power slam. It's that Davey Boy Smith style running power slam. And that's how they got rid of Bubblegum. And Dave, El Ligero may just be next.
Yeah, we've already seen this once. It is deja vu as McCluskey looks to do to Ligero what he did to Bubblegum, and he does exactly the same thing.
Ligero has been eliminated.
Well, Dave, did you just feel the wind get sucked out of the whole City Hall as Ligero was eliminated? I'll tell you right now, if the assets continue this, I mean, this one's over for it. They're going to do it on Slater as well, Dave.
Well, if they do this to Liam Slater, then they will be absolutely 100% dominant, and he does it. He hits the power slam on Slater.
RJ Singh can feel that guaranteed title shot in his immediate future right now. And so, Dave, the countdown is on. And the result of this countdown, Dave, could mean all the difference in the world for the result of the Destiny Rumble. Who's it going to be?
Slater desperately needs reinforcements, and he may just get them. It's the man who stopped RJ Singh himself from qualifying for this very match. The Hammer is here.
Entrant number 9, Justin the Hammer Sysum.
Look at this, and Justin Sysum is going into the Lion's Den, and he does it with all his heart. Look at this, all 3 men beating down Sysum. This incredible athlete has made his way into the Destiny Rumble, and he fights off McCluskey, fights off Cayden Lay. But watch out for Alex Gracie. Dave!
Sysum nearly out. Sysum, he's over the top rope, but look, his feet have not touched the floor. Sysum is holding on.
He's hanging on, but Gracie, look, he's trying to pry his fingers from that top rope. Dave.
But Precarious doesn't quite cover it in terms of Sysum's position. But Gracie's gone. Gracie's gone.
Has been eliminated.
What incredible improvisation from Sysum to eliminate Gracie.
But the battle is still on for Sysum because McCluskey and Cayden Lay are left, and the Hammer is still in trouble. Lay sends the Hammer out the corner. Justin Sysum reverses it, sends Cayden Lay in and charges in. Full force.
Don't forget this power of Sysum. Sysum is probably one of the only man in the ring at the moment, certainly, who can throw Cayden Lay around like this. Sysum again finding himself on the apron. Again, he's nearly gone. Sysum is living very, very dangerously here.
This is not looking good for Justin Sysum as Cayden Lay goes to pick up a head of steam. Hammer follows him and
oh God! Cayden Lay taken out. That's 2 out of 3 assets, and it's nearly a third. McCluskey almost thrown out by Sysum as well.
Incredible showing by Justin Sysum. Jay McCluskey just holds on for dear life, and the countdown is for. Oh, he's over the top again, David. He holds on. Who's going to be next? Oh, it's Kid Fite.
Well, we talked about the advantage that the assets might have when they had 3 people in this match. The same was true of Joseph Connors, but one group we didn't think about was the NGW Tag Team Champions, 2 of whom are in this match.
Entrant number 10, Kid Fite.
Well, I tell you, Kid Fite, we heard from him a few weeks ago about why the Destiny Rumble is nothing new for him. Growing up on the streets of Glasgow, he is an incredibly tough and rugged competitor. And I tell you what, Justin Sysum is the pure athlete versus the brawler, and it looks like we're going to see it for the first time in an NGW ring in the Destiny Rumble.
I'm not sure that Kid Fite has ever met anyone quite like Justin Sysum. Showing no fear here, but Sysum has been absolutely on fire since the end of this match.
And Justin is smiling at the opportunity to go toe-to-toe with one half of the NGW Tag Champions. Sysum is a competitor. He wants to compete. But I tell you what, I don't think Sysum has faced anyone quite as malicious and downright dastardly as Kid Fite.
Kid Fite's the kind of guy who will take any shortcut necessary to try and give himself an advantage. Liam Slater almost taken out by McCluskey.
And Justin Sysum just saved Liam Slater. It was the nice thing to do. I just don't know if it's the smart thing to do, Dave, because as we said earlier, it's every man for himself in the Destiny Rumble.
Slater now returning the favour as he takes Fite away from Sysum. You see again here the elimination of El Ligero a few moments ago. And this remarkable elimination of Alex Gracie by Justin Sysum, and he followed it up somehow against the odds by eliminating Cayden Lay. 2 out of the 3 assets gone at the hands of the Hammer.
Well, it was an incredible Destiny Rumble debut for Justin Sysum, but the match keeps moving, Dave, because the countdown is on and we're about to find out who's next. Dave, it's Dara Diablo. We knew it was going to be a long night for Liam Slater, but it's rapidly going from bad to worse.
Slater may not be in the match long enough to face Dara Diablo if Kid Fite has his way. Slater is fighting back, but here comes Diablo.
Number 11, Dara Diablo.
Well, another one of Joe Connors, for want of a better word, hitmen. And you look at the look, just like Cyanide, directly going for Slater. I tell you what, Dave, for long-term viewers of NGW British Wrestling Weekly, in Liam Slater's first ever Destiny Rumble, the first Destiny Rumble of British Wrestling Weekly, Slater, actually in a complete shocker, eliminated Dara Diablo. Slater was in his rookie year, so there's even more reason for Diablo to have an axe to grind against Slater.
Now, just as you were talking there, interestingly, you saw Sysum briefly come to the aid of Slater again, a mini alliance forming there, although it's not helping either man at the moment.
We're going to have to take another short commercial break. Don't go anywhere as the Destiny Rumble continues.
All NGW wrestlers are highly trained professional athletes. Please do not attempt anything that you see in this show at home.
You join us back here in Hull City Hall just in time for the arrival of the 12th entrant in this Destiny Rumble.
Entrant number 12, Caz Crash.
One half of the Proven, Dave Bradshaw, and Caz Crash goes straight for Kid Fite. You know the Proven want those tag team championships, but he can't lose focus when it's every man for himself. And look, there's Dara Diablo straight in there.
That's exactly what you're talking about. If he focuses his attention too much on Kid Fite, the likes of Dara Diablo could come back to haunt him. But Caz Crash taking control against Diablo.
Beautiful handspring elbow there by Caz Crash, and on our replay you see the Heather Steam kick to the midsection, hits the ropes, and that huge turning neck breaker by Caz Crash on one half of the tag team champions as the Destiny Rumble continues.
Incredible impact there from that neck breaker. Caz Crash making a statement to the tag team champions in his opening seconds in this Rumble.
And so far, the longest two serving members of this match have been Liam Slater and the man almost out, Jay McCluskey, who somehow has managed to cling on for dear life. I can't believe McCluskey is still in this one.
Yeah, he's been in there since the very beginning, has McCluskey. The same can't be said of Diablo, who may be on his way out. The Kid Fite just saved the Rumble for Dara Diablo.
And you know why he did that? Because Kid Fite knows that there is a friendship between Caz Crash, Slater and Justin Sysum, and he doesn't want to be outnumbered. Oh, look at McCluskey. He's hanging on by his heels, Dave.
Yeah, Sysum, I think he maybe went under the bottom rope, so he's still in, but he is getting absolutely beaten from pillar to post by Justin Sysum.
And the countdown once again, Dave. Who's it going to be?
Slater nearly out again, this time at the hands of Kid Fite. But here comes the other half of the tag team champions.
And it couldn't be a moment too soon for Kid Fite, because Liam Slater's all over him. And now, Dave, we have an entire tag team in the Destiny Rumble.
Hendry in there to try and help his partner Sysum, though cuts him off. In the end, Kid Fite survived. And Fite now turning his attention to Sysum, the tag team champions, trying to work together against the man who has arguably been the star of the Rumble so far in the Hammer.
Sysum charges it. Kid Fite there with a low blow. And what's he going for here? He goes to throw. Dave, Sysum tried to stay in but crotched himself on the top rope, and the Hammer's out of this one.
Justin the Hammer Sysum has been eliminated.
There you see just how effective the numbers advantage can be. The tag champions working together to take out Sysum.
And look on this replay, Dave. A low blow there by Kid Fite, and watch what Sysum tried to do. He knew he was going over, managed to catch himself, but crotched himself in the process and was eliminated by that high knee from Joe Hendry. Incredible showing from Justin Sysum, however.
Yeah, Sysum with nothing to be ashamed of here, but he is not going to leave the Destiny Rumble as the #1 contender. Kid Fite now again going for Slater as we await the arrival of another entrant in this match.
A young man I've been looking forward to seeing, fresh from the NGW Academy. The first signing from Pakistan for New Generation Wrestling. It's Amir Jordan. Dave, this guy is fast, this guy is fun, and he's making his official British Wrestling Weekly television debut.
Opportunity of a lifetime for this young man.
Entrant number 14, Amir Jordan.
Imagine the headlines it would make, not just in Pakistan, but around the wrestling world, if Amir Jordan, on his British Wrestling Weekly debut, could win the Destiny Rumble and become the #1 contender.
Well, NGW forging a relationship with the first ever wrestling company in over 50 years in Pakistan, PWE, and Amir Jordan is a big, big future part of that link. As he makes his way to the ring, he likes to dance, he likes to entertain the fans, but I tell you what, Dave, he has an incredible challenge ahead of him, because he's going straight in there against the NGW Tag Team Champions. This might not be a good night for Amir Jordan.
Yeah, playtime is going to be over for Jordan in just a moment as he gets in, and here immediately he could be going out. He went under the top rope. Jordan went under the top rope. In any case, he's still on the apron. Jordan fights off Kid Fite, rolls back into the ring, lands on his feet, and a crossbody takes down Hendry.
I tell you what, that was almost the fastest debut in British Wrestling Weekly history. And Amir Jordan, I tell you what, Amir Jordan, as I said, likes to have fun, and he's in there with someone who doesn't know or understand the concept of fun. Something tells me this isn't going to be pretty. Well,
immediately Fite with that boot to Jordan. Jordan again nearly out. He's very quickly finding out how difficult it is here in NGW, and he's eliminated.
Has been eliminated.
A harsh lesson on his debut for Amir Jordan, but the action keeps coming thick and fast. Here comes another entrant.
Oh, it's Nathan Cruz!
Entrant number 15, the show stealer, Nathan
Well, no one has been more synonymous with the NGW Championship than Nathan Cruz, and he is on a mission to get that championship back.
Oh, look at this. The show stealer's on fire, Dave. And, Jake McCluskey in a world of trouble. I tell you what, McCluskey is held on for dear life. With that look in Cruz's eye, he's running the Destiny Rumble. Might just be over, and it is.
McCluskey has been eliminated.
McCluskey put in a long shift there, but Cruz abruptly ends it. Diablo could abruptly end Cruz's Rumble, but the show stealer able to cling onto that top rope, and Liam Slater fights Diablo, giving Cruz a little bit of respite. Oh, Diablo! Diablo's out! Diablo's out!
Dara Diablo has been eliminated.
Well, he tried to hold on, Dave, did Dara Diablo, but his weight and gravity worked against him, and he was propelled over the top rope. I tell you what, how strange is that? That's...
Wait a minute,
It's deja vu, Dave, is what it is. This is exactly what happened in Slater's first Destiny Rumble, and Dara Diablo's returning back in. And Dave, in that first Destiny Rumble, Dara Diablo illegally re-entered, and because of that, Liam Slater was eliminated over the top rope, and I've got a feeling history may just repeat itself.
This is ridiculous! The man's been eliminated! Can we get some officials to do something? Diablo decimating Liam Slater, but Diablo shouldn't even be in there!
Liam Slater's hopes have just been crushed to winning this thing. And it appears that our next entrant is the other half of the Proven. And David Sam Wilder makes his way to the ring. Look at this from Nathan Cruz. Incredibly eliminating Jake McCluskey over the top rope and to the outside. And then moments after that, we saw Liam Slater eliminate Dara Diablo. And of course, we know how that ended. For Liam Slater, I've not seen him move since.
Entrance 16, Zack Walter.
This might help slightly even the odds against the tag team champions, but right now, Caz Crash can't be much help to his partner, and the champions Insane Fight Club taking advantage against Sam Wilder. Well, Wilder goes behind, he's got that rear waist lock on Hendry. Hendry counters. Kid Fight hits his own partner. And Wilder finding a way to fight back in here. Caz Crash finally realizes that his tag partner is here.
Well, we are seeing the tag team that has the belt against the tag team that the fans of NGW want to see as champions for the first time in a new generation wrestling ring right here in the Destiny Rumble.
The Proven are taking the fight. Taking the fight to the champions until the use of those title belts.
Well, when I said the fans wanted to see them with those belts, I didn't mean in their faces. I mean, and there's no disqualification here. And Caz Crash, he holds on, Dave. And he's out here.
Caz Crash has been eliminated.
Yeah, that extra boot for good measure from Kid Fight saw to it that Caz Crash was taken out of here. Here you see it, he tried so hard to hold on, but Caz Crash finally removed, and now that is bad news for everyone else in this match, because the tag champions have that advantage again.
And Dave, Liam Slater, I said it just moments ago, I have not seen him move, and look, he is lifeless after what happened from Dara Diablo, and the countdown is on, and Insane Fight Club are standing tall in the Destiny Rumble, and everybody else is in big trouble as a result.
Who's going to be next? It's Liverpool's #1!
Dave, it's the man who teamed with Nathan Cruz to take on Insane Fight Club just weeks ago. Cruz and Gibson were tag team partners that over many years have finally found a mutual respect, and as a result, the NGW Tag Team Champions may be in for the fight of their lives.
Entrance 17, Zack Gibson.
Gibson goes straight for Hendry and Kid Fight. Gibson likes nothing more than a good ruck, and he's going to get one here against the tag team champions.
Well, don't forget that Gibson and Cruz beat the tag team champions in a non-title match, so you've got to believe that Insane Fight Club really want to get their hands on Gibson and Cruz in the worst way, and right now we're getting the rematch that I believe both teams have been pushing for.
Of course, Zack Gibson's focus in recent months has been on this upcoming Davey Boy Smith Memorial Cup. But right now in this match, his focus is the same as Cruz's, which is to become the #1 contender for that championship.
And Hendry in a whole lot of trouble. And look at that tag teaming by Cruz and Gibson. And, Dave, are we going to see...
He said Hendry's in trouble. He's more than in trouble. He's out.
Hendry has been eliminated.
Hendry eliminated. Gibson and Cruz standing tall. We have to take our last commercial break. The Destiny Rumble concludes when we return.
All NGW wrestlers are highly trained professional athletes. Please do not attempt anything that you see in this show at home.
As Jim Ross would say, business is about to pick up.
Entrant number 18, Rampage Brown.
Rampage Brown must be considered the new favourite. What a favourable draw for the big man.
And he goes straight for Gibson, the man who beat him for that shot at the David Boy Smith Cup, which starts in just 2 weeks. And now he's on to Nathan Cruz, the man that previously beat him for the NGW Championship. The story between Gibson and Cruz and Brown has been etched in the history of New Generation Wrestling. And right now, it's in the forefront of the Destiny Rumble. Cruz is almost out, Dave.
Yeah, Rampage looking to write a new chapter of that story, and one that's very favourable to him. But Gibson saving Cruz as he takes Rampage. Rampage counters and a short-arm clothesline takes down Liverpool's number 1.
Well, I mean, it did look like Gibson saved Cruz. It is every man for himself, but that mutual respect we spoke about earlier between Cruz and Gibson allowed them to beat the NGW Tag Team Champions in a non-title match just a few weeks ago, and then just a few moments ago eliminate one half of them from the Destiny Rumble in Joe Hendry. So the alliance between Cruz and Gibson is working for both men.
Rampage though right now with his boot choking out Zack Gibson, and so that alliance, if you like, between Gibson and Cruz very much on hold.
Well, Kid Fite rolls out, and I tell you, Dave, I'm still concerned for Liam Slater, but that's going to have to wait because entrant number 19 is about to make his way to, oh my God, it's Screwface. Oh, Dave.
Screwface, another one of Joseph Connor's disciples, and that means Liam Slater, if you thought things were bad before, they have just fallen off a cliff for that young man.
The sound of Screwface's music, so ominous.
Well, it's chilling is what it is. Kid Fite looks like he's trying to eliminate Slater, and frankly, that might be in Slater's best long-term interest, because he doesn't want any part of Screwface.
Entrant 19, Screwface.
Look at the look in the eyes of Screwface, that cold, dead stare, laser-like, drilling a hole into Liam Slater.
And Liam Slater, after what we saw from Dara Diablo, has hardly moved. He has struggled to stay in this one, and his ability to do so may just have been to the detriment of his future health and career.
Slater trying to pull himself to his feet. He knows that he has a battle on, and then some, against Screwface, who is making a beeline here for Liam Slater.
He fights through Cruz, he fights through Gibson, and here comes Sam Wilder from behind them. Oh, the mist in the face! It's how he temporarily blinded Liam Slater, and Dave, look!
Wilder's hanging on! His foot got caught, and finally Wilder's gone.
Wilder has been eliminated.
Wilder is gone, and now look at this. Screwface and Slater. Look at Liam Slater trying to hold his own against Screwface.
The memories of everything that Connors and Screwface has done to this young man, but it's not enough because Screwface is a devastating monster in an NGW ring. Oh, and Slater's out there. Oh, and Screwface over. Oh,
Slater countered. Screwface an inch away from being eliminated.
Oh, and Slater's not seen that Screwface is coming back in, Dave, and he charges and up. Oh, this is not good.
Slater must have thought he'd done enough. Here comes the 20th and final entrant in the Destiny Rumble.
Oh, Dave, the biggest man in NGW history, the mighty Colossus, former NGW Tag Team Champion, is on his way to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 20th and final entrant, Colossus!
Kid Fite is trying to mock Colossus. That may be the biggest mistake of Kid Fite's life. Colossus catches Kid Fite, and Fite. Oh, thanks for coming.
Has been eliminated.
What was Kid Fite thinking? Look at this from Colossus.
and the face of the Destiny Rumble has changed. Oh, and talking of face, it's face to face now between Rampage Brown and Colossus. These two men back and forth, and it's a battle of the Goliaths here in NGW's Destiny Rumble. And
Rampage! Oh, he sent him out! He sent him out!
Has been eliminated!
That's huge! That is huge! Rampage just took out Colossus!
That may just be the shocker of the night, Dave. Unbelievable. The biggest man in the Destiny Rumble was also its shortest entrant, and I can't believe what we've seen. Oh, Colossus there just going up and over. Man, that's a replay that you won't forget. I can't believe that.
We are down to our final 5 in the Destiny Rumble. One of these 5 men will be the #1 contender for the NGW Championship.
Oh, and it's on now. Gibson and Slater go for Screwface. Cruz and Rampage in the other corner. And Dave, I gotta believe that somewhere Matt Myers is watching this, trying to work out which of these fight. Oh, hold on.
Cyanide and Dara Diablo, again, they're a part of that group who are aligned to Joseph Connors.
Don't get distracted, Liam. The longest serving member of this match. And and he caught him. And Slater fighting with everything he had. Where's he go?
Oh, Slater launches between the top and middle rope to take out Cyanide and Diablo. And that was not over the top rope. Slater is still in. Rampage now taking out Gibson.
Hold on, Dave, where
are they? What is going on?
This is not looking good for Slater, who has been in there the longest so far. And Cyanide now picks up Slater. Oh my God, Dave, body slam on the stage.
That hard stage. Slater, his back bouncing off of it.
It's made of wood and steel, and it is unforgiving. And now Gibson has got... Gibson's out here, Dave.
And Rampage, moments after eliminating Colossus, with another huge scalp. You know what, though? I'm not sure that all 3 of the referees are dealing with Cyanide and Diablo. Gibson just spotted that too. I don't think the referees saw that.
And now Matt Myers is out, Dave, and I think you're right, because Gibson is sliding back in. Cruz and Rampage, tear on the edge. Oh my God!
Oh, Rampage and Cruz both gone.
Oh, the referee saw that, Dave. Oh.
Rampage Brown and Nathan Cruz have been eliminated!
Zack Gibson shouldn't have even been in there. That's what Cruz is trying to tell the referees here. But it looks like Gibson is legally still in the match.
Well, Dave, it's every man for himself, and Cruz has just lost the thing that has been driving him, a shot at Matt Myers and the belt that he lost. And the newfound respect between Cruz and Gibson that we were talking about earlier may just have hit its first real bump in the road.
Well, regardless of how those eliminations happen, the bottom line here is we are effectively down to our final 2. Liam Slater has apparently been taken out of here by Joseph Connors' disciples. So we're down to Zack Gibson and Screwface.
And Gibson hitting Screwface with that ticket to ride. Oh, and Screwface just holding on. Yet again, I tell you what, give Screwface all the credit in the world as he goes to the top. Gibson cuts him off, and a huge lariat takes the big man down. One of these 2 men, I believe, Dave, will be the #1 contender for Matt Myers, because Liam Slater is out of this. And Screwface comes in and...
big counter from Screwface. Gibson may be out. Gibson holding on. Again, those feet have got to touch the floor.
The height and weight of Gibson sent him. Oh, and he's gone.
Gibson's gone.
Gibson has been eliminated.
Well, there's no Liam Slater, so that must mean Screwface is your winner, right? Screwface. Oh no, hang on. Slater is there. Slater is there on the stage. But what's left of him?
And listen to this crowd, Dave. Listen to this crowd in the whole City Hall. They know that Liam Slater is the only thing that stands between Joseph Connors winning this one by proxy from the shadows, or the Destiny Rumble being won by a young man who bleeds NGW green.
Screwface, though, has to be the overwhelming favourite. The beating that Liam Slater has taken at the hands of not only Screwface, but Diablo and Cyanide as well, is going to be next to impossible to come back from.
But Dave, don't write off Liam Slater. He's endured so much in his NGW career, and you have to believe that when Slater looks at Screwface, all he sees is Joseph Connors and what he's made him endure.
Look at this from Slater, the heart of a lion from Liam Slater. This fighting spirit, unbelievable what that might take out whatever was left. Screwface, Screwface!
Oh!
Screwface lifted onto the apron. Screwface lands on his feet. Here comes Slater.
Oh, he's got him!
Slater, drop kick.
Oh!
Did he? No, the feet didn't touch. The feet didn't touch. Screwface clinging on. What fight from Slater? Go on, Liam.
Oh, Dave, and Screwface cuts him off. Can you imagine if Liam Slater can eliminate Screwface and get a shot? But no, he's out, Dave.
This is suplex him out. Slater's leg just dangling precariously, but it didn't hit the floor. And now both men on the apron. If either man drops to the floor, their opponent is the winner of the Destiny Rumble.
Dave, I am dripping in sweat, and just like everybody else in this building, I am on the edge of my seat.
Well, both Liam Slater and Screwface are on the edge of the ring. Slater is still on the apron here. Screwface has got back in.
Oh, and he's rolled the wrong way, Dave. Slater instinctively.
I don't think he knows where he is.
Yeah.
I don't think Slater has any idea where he is.
Dave, this is over for Slater. Oh, and he rolls back in.
Slater got back in somehow, and but the full Nelson takes down Screwface. Screwface, not silly. Slater with the clothesline. Slater has won it. Slater has won the Destiny Rumble.
Ladies and gentlemen, Screwface has been eliminated. Therefore, earning the title shot, the winner of the 2017 Destiny Rumble, Liam Slater.
Against all the odds, Liam Slater has put in the performance of his young life, and he is now the #1 contender for the NGW Championship.
Absolutely unbelievable.
For Alex Shane, this is Dave Bradshaw saying goodnight from an unforgettable week here on British Wrestling Weekly.